Today on the channel, like a young Bob Seger, we turn the page to something entirely different. My first time ever unboxing a Mezco figure, and we've got Cable.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel unboxing and review. And today we've got something entirely different. We've got Cable from the Mezco line. But remember, for all your action figure needs and a whole lot more, hit up Zavi. Yes, Zavi. Use discount code Kyle Peterson to save 10% and 20% on clothing. So thank you, Zavi, for supporting the channel. And that's exactly what I did, is where I got this Mezco Cable. Now, I know absolutely nothing about Mezco figures. Our 1/12 scale is same as our Marvel Legends, of course, but a much higher price point than the, well, it used to be $20. Now let's just call it $20 to $30 range of a Marvel Legend. But that being said, this is up on Zavi right now, and I said it's time to take a chance. It's time to take a chance on my first ever Mezco, see what all the fuss is about. And that's what I did. And if you go to Zavi, they have this on clearance right now. Of course, you can save another 10% by using my coupon code. See what's going on with this thing. I said it's worth a try. I don't want to go down this road, as these figures are usually around $100 or so. But we'll see. Is it worth it? Who knows? But you can get this much cheaper on clearance right now at Zavi, like I said. But very interesting right off the bat, the packaging for this bad boy. And that leads us to the next thing. As we always do on the channel, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So the packaging is very interesting, as it is like kind of a tin can, or whatever you want to call it. It's got a little flap here. It's almost like a lunchbox is what this feels like, an old school lunchbox, which I do appreciate, because you could use this to store everything, store the figure in here. You could take everything out of here, and you could use this to store maybe your Marvel Legends weapons, your hands, your Mezco hands weapons, whatever you want to do. But it's cool to get this instead of just cardboard. It gives you a perceived more value. Obviously, you're going to just throw the cardboard away or save it. This is a little bit nicer. I think we could all agree on that. And of course, it has the familiar Xmen X logo right there. You got Cable, you got the line shooting off. It does say this is a PX Previews exclusive. No idea what that is, but it was an exclusive apparently at one time or another. Marvel logo right there. 1/12 collection right there. Now, I've heard of Mezco for many, many years. Probably you have as well. Maybe you're more familiar with them than I am. I just always have had issues. There's Cable up there. I've always had issues spending this much on a figure outside of things I really, really like, I'm really, really into. But $100 for Cable. Now, Cable, I love XForce. I was there from XForce #1, New Mutants, reading comics at the time. So I really do enjoy Cable, have for a long time. But I don't know if he's a figure I really want to spend over $100 on. But we'll see. We'll see what the fuss is about. It might relay into other ones. Oh, I need that Mezco Wolverine now. And who knows? It's a slippery slope in the action figure world. We all know that for sure. But then there's the back. Very cool back packaging. There's Cable. All kinds of accessories, glamour shots, UPCs, all kinds of stuff. No blurb, though. No blurb that I'm seeing right there. But very cool with all these accessories, and we're going to bust through them all, of course. Now let me unbox the lunchbox here, and what do we got going on? So, okay, so we got a little kind of protective paper, right like so. See you later. Goodbye. And then we got instructions, and then we got the plastic steel tin box prison. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we got them right there in the prison, all the accessories, everything there. Let's put that to the side for a second. Let's look at what we have going on right here. This is our first go-around, so we got to read all this kind of stuff and see what's going on. But we got this. I'll take a picture of it for anybody that cares. These figures are designed to display in a wide range of poses. But as with any high-end collectible, care and consideration should be exercised when handling. These are not toys, all capital not meant for children, designed with adult collectors in mind. Highly articulated upper body, costumed with a cloth outfit, not meant to be removed. That's good, I'm glad I read that. Care must be used when posing and playing with your figure, as the underbody will often have the ability to pose past the threshold of the cloth outfit. Overposing the figure may stress or damage the outfit, so be aware of this limitation when handling your figure. So that's interesting. They strive for accuracy in scale and aesthetics, which includes the accessories and small parts. They have included a clear bag to safely store them when not in use. Please take care of these small items as they can be lost or damaged if not properly handled. Well, that's cool enough, I guess. Cool enough. And then we get a little feature. Oh, he lights up. Replacing batteries in the neck. So apparently there's a battery for a cable's eye, I'm guessing that would be. So already some interesting stuff going on here that you don't see in your typical Marvel Legends, I guess we'll call it. And now how does a guy start this off? Let's see. How do I go about this? Do I just take this plastic thing out? Does it come out? And it does. Holy cow, we got a lot going on here. I'm not sure where to even start, but we got multiple plastic prisms. Let me see. What are we doing? Okay. It's funny, this little black, so you get this going on. There's nothing going on there. It's funny, this little black, like, plastic thing, it reminds me of an old school WWF Hasbro ring. I feel like it needs the ring posts on here. And that's what it almost reminds me of. But we definitely got cable, so I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm just going to stick it over here. I'm going to stick it over here out of the way so it doesn't get in the way. So we got this. So let's go through this thing first. A little double plastic prison. Oh, it looks like we got a stand. Okay. I'm picking up what they're putting down, kind of. Very hard to get out of the plastic. I mean, these are very well protected, very well locked in, as they should be. Very premium product, as you guys know. As we're seeing as I'm throwing stuff around. Oh, there's the patented plastic bag. Look at that, 1/12 plastic bag. You write cable down here and you're off to the races. You can put all of your accessories in there. I feel like I got to save all this stuff, so I'm going to put this all off to the side. Cool enough. And it looks like it does come with batteries or extra batteries, depending where you look. But we do got these, and we put these off to the side. If he's not ready to go with some juice in his neck, I'll have to do that later, and we'll do it for the glamour shots. He does have a stand. Now, how does this stand exactly work is the million-dollar question. Haven't got that far, I guess. I thought it was going to stick right in here, but it does not seem to be the case. But you do definitely have a stand. Get all kinds of different posing. A nice thick stand here. Not like one of those McFarlane ones, which are decently thick, but this is definitely a very thick stand. Should do really well. And then a cool base, so you can put him on there. That's a little base hole right there. Huh, very strange that won't fit in there, though. I guess we'll figure it out. We'll come across it, hopefully unboxing him here. Then we get cable. Oh, of course, we got one of my favorite, the old Silica Gel. They say don't to eat these, but man, I eat every single one. They are so good. Maybe not, but you got to make sure you don't throw these on the floor. You don't want old Lemmy to get a hold of those. I don't know what would happen, but apparently I've been told not good things. So, whoa, as we're knocking everything out. All right, we got all that out of there. Now let's look at some of these accessories. Put the heads over there, all that. Get everything lined up, see where we're going, see what we're working with. A lot going on here. Very interesting. Interesting times with the first ever Mezco. So we do have a spear here. So this just feels like your typical Marvel Legends type thing. A nice point to that, though. Definitely not for kids. You could definitely poke your eye out with this. Got a nice mechanical looking spear. You got the silver blade on the end. A nice gray, but with blue kind of handle pieces with nice sculpt to them. Very futuristic looking, as we all know Cable from the future, of course. But a very good looking spear here. Very cool, but I don't really remember Cable using a spear a whole lot. But, you know, I've missed a lot of his comic book appearances over the years. Can't watch them all. Or read them all, in that matter. We get down to the hands. So we have removable hands here. And these are nice yellow X hands. I'm looking at it here, and there's a little bit of a bleed through. I mean, it's not the best yellow, but it's definitely good. You got to look really, really close. But you got an open hand, you got a holding hand, you got a trigger hand. So these are the gloved yellow hands, whatever we call it. And then, of course, the cybernetic hand for Cable, known for his cybernetic arm. Same thing, same exact hand styles, but in the cybernetic form. Hopefully that means he has fists, and all he does, he's got 2 fists. You guys know all action figures need at least 1 fist. Cable does have 2 fists going on here. Then we get to weapons, and Cable, of course, known for his weapons. You get a little handgun going on, a little silver and gray. Nice sculpt to this, nice design, nice color, which we expect for this premium stuff. It can't be just all one design, one color. We got to have a little action adventure to this, and that's what Mezco brings us with the handgun. Then we get his big blaster guns, and Cable known for the ridiculously large guns, of course, in the comics. That was the 90s. He's still rocking that kind of stuff, but very, very cool. I like the green inside of here. Inside the barrel of this gun is green, almost like, looks like one of those levels you turn side to side. A nice green that really pops. Good sculpting. Little dings and dashes in this thing. It shows that this gun's seen some use. You got a nice sculpt. You got the black on the handle against the gray. It's a dirty gunmetal gray. Nice yellow lines on the bottom. Very, very cool. So that's another big gun for Cable. And then this one. So this is another futuristic big gun. And once again, lots of colors on here. You got the gray, you got the blacks, you got the orange, the blue. Good color going on. Big, heavy-duty gun for Cable, like I said. And then we get these two little square pieces, and I have no idea what these are. I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't remember. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. But two little square boxes with yellow on them. So maybe I'll think of it as I'm going. We'll see what happens. Then you get down to Cable, and now he has an extra head that comes in a baggie that I drop. He's also got this wrapped around the figure, trying to keep away from the paint bleed, all that kind of stuff we've seen with other figure lines, of course. Got the baggie on the head. We'll take that off. And let's take a look at stock Cable right off the bat. See what's going on here. And it definitely is interesting. It definitely feels different than I assumed it would. When they said cloth on the body, I assumed, like, you know, cloth goods throughout. Kind of a almost Barbie doll. You guys, we've all seen a Barbie doll at one time or another in our life. That's what I was anticipating. That is not what this is. This is like a very, very good form-fitting outfit here. It doesn't feel like a Barbie doll. It doesn't even feel like a wrestling shirt that was over it. It feels like it's almost part of his body, living and breathing. And it doesn't feel super cloth-like. It almost feels plastic, like a light plastic type feel to it. So it actually blew away my expectations here on that one. Okay, very interesting. But yeah, very interesting on the blue. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I gotta be honest, that is pretty cool here. That's a nice effect, a nice look to it. Like they said, it can't be removed, it shouldn't be. There's no way you're getting this off him. It is form-fitting to him. Now, Cable has had a lot of looks over the years. This is not my favorite look of Cable in kind of a more of an X-Men type outfit. I always preferred, and I guess I'll bring it out right now, the Marvel Legend style one like we got here. Now, I wish Marvel Legend team would run this outfit back. I think they could improve on this after all these years. There's a lot of improvements that need to be done. But when I think of Cable and I close my eyes and I think of Cable, this is what I think of. But still a very cool figure nonetheless. But this one's okay. I remember having an old school Toy Biz version of this in the early 90s that looked very similar to this Cable here. But it definitely looks like him in the face. He's got that kind of one eye with the little light and all that going on. He's got the one yellow eye, one blue eye. It looks a lot older, maybe an old man. Almost looks like a captain at sea or something like that, or a drill sergeant, or not a drill sergeant, but just kind of somebody in the military is what he looks like, with his face sculpt, I guess, the nice chin features, and then the gray suave hair. Beautiful hair on old Cable here. He does have his vest, which is a separate piece. Once again, I'm never taking that off, but it is a separate piece. Nice sculpt work into it, design work. Of course, you got the two X logos right here, very patented to this outfit. He does have a holster going down here where we put that little gun into. That'll slide right in, and you guys know I always appreciate being able to store my weapons on my figures. And then you get the yellow boots going on to match against the blue here. And of course the cybernetic arm, a lot of sculpting into the arm. It's funny, they even got like kind of wires there, almost looks like veins in his forearm. Very interesting. Hands, how easy are they to replace? Pop off very easily. Almost remind me of like a Bandai hand, but pop off very easy. Very easy, go back in easy. Sometimes those little pegs fight you trying to get those hands in. This goes in extremely easy. Now, articulation is very interesting because you can't really see the articulation in this figure. Pinless joints throughout, of course, but you can't see because of the suit blocking things. Well, I should take that back. He's got the cybernetic arm, so it's going to be the same here. So you do get a bicep cut. You do get pinless double jointed elbows going on here. You get the wrists that move all over. Of course, hands are removable. What do we got here on the feet? So we got some side-to-side, up and down. Basically, I'd say your typical Marvel Legend articulation in the feet. I'm assuming double-jointed knees going on here, but it is limited by his thing right there, his holster for his gun. How about the back? Yeah, and then he's limited here by his boot as well. But you do get enough articulation for Cable. I mean, he's not Spider-Man. He's not doing anything crazy like that. Let's see. The arms go way out, of course. I'm trying to see if I can feel anything. I think there's an ab crunch in there of some kind or some kind of a mechanism, so we get that. We do get a little side to side, but his vest does limit some of that as well. So we do get some limitations with the suit, but once again, it's okay because Cable isn't a guy all about flipping around doing Spider-Man type things. Looking at this extra head here, it's obviously very similar. I don't like this head as much. He does show his top row of teeth, though that looks a little strange. Just seeing the top section of his teeth, it almost looks like he's doing one of those. Very, very strange, but it's a more mad Cable, a more worked up Cable is what we got here. But I think I'm sticking with the head that is on here currently. Yeah, I think I have to. Size-wise, let's see how he compares to Cable. Very much smaller than the Marvel Legend, as you can see right side by side. That is quite the difference in scale and size. So I don't know if he's going to work so well with your Marvel Legend figures. He is very, very small compared to this Cable. Supposed to both be 1/12. I don't know about that. So that does limit some things depending on what you want to do. Obviously, you have other Mezcos. They should all scale together. But these two don't seem to scale. One of them's off. One thing is not like the other, I guess is what we would say here. Now this head, too, I wanted to get to. So it pulls off. So that's interesting. Okay, it pulls off. There's a little neck piece that comes out. A ball, you just pop it on there. Do whatever you want. So that very easy. Pops on very smooth, very easily right there. Oh, here we go. So he's got a little switch in here, and you can turn it on. So that's cool. I do appreciate that, actually. You can turn it on and off instead of having it just wearing out on you all the time. But now, how do you know? How does it work? How does it work? Step 2, twist the section of the neck, counterclockwise. I think I need to put the batteries in. The batteries aren't in there. I was hoping they were preloaded, but they're not. But I'll get it for the glamour shots. We'll get it looking good. But very easy. A lot more simple to switch the battery than I ever would have thought. That comes off, and you just twist it, and it'll lock back into place. Man, a very, very clean figure, a very nice looking figure. A little smaller than I would like, though, especially comparing it next to him. But for my first Mezco run, very, very interesting. It'll pique my interest. I'll take a look from afar. I can't go into the road of all in on these. I mean, still to this day, you can probably get 3 or 4 Marvel Legends, even more at that on clearance and sales to one Mezco. That's a tough pill to swallow for somebody like me, but to dabble and to take a look, and I recommend everybody, take a look at about everything you're interested in. See where the cards may lay, see what you're interested in. And I definitely like this. I don't know if I go down the road of I'm all in on Mezco quite yet. I'd have to see a couple more examples before I get in there. But maybe some of you Mezco guys got some recommendations for me. If you want to, throw them in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts on this bad boy. Like I said, he's on Zavvi right now. Discounted rate, Kyle Peterson save another 10%. If you've never had a Mezco, maybe this is your first go around as well. Got to get a deal out there, as we always say. But let me know your thoughts on this Cable figure. And of course, while you're here, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. Follow along on Patreon, link in the description below. You can get this video early and a lot of other videos early, bonus content, exclusive content, and of course, monthly giveaways. And then follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Mezco Cable, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.